これから配信を始めます。
はい、じゃあ配信を始めます。よいしょ。じゃあ最初から。何これ？アーキタイプ。わかんねえ。これステータスが難しいな。どうってなんだろう。キャラクター作成にするか。広がりにしようか。広がりにしようか。どうしようか。難しいな。頭脳派でいく？よし、これでいこう。頭脳派。肉体差なくな。あ、何それ。何それ。難しいな。濃いな。何これ。説得。嘘か説得。説得にしようか。あ、これ6になる。あ、1個しかつけらんないの？あ、違うよな。ダメだ。1個しかつけれない。1個しかつけれないわ。どうしようかな。 裏で糸を引き人が操る。はーん。これ肉体大事なんじゃねえのこれ。大丈夫か？手と目の強調。知覚。反応速度、再覚。手さばき。ああ、難しいな。運動能力にしとく？手と目の強調にしとくか。どういうこと？曲芸打ち師、狙撃師、ジャグラー。俺これな、手さばきがいいな。よし。あれ？あ、違うよ。これで、手さばき取って、確定が X。
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever.
この先ずっと。エバ
ー。Never, ever.
ネバーエバー。先ずっと永遠に
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
別れた妻たちも存在しない。最高だ。
Yes, it is.
もっとくれ。
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
その甘美をもっと味わわせる。
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
行こう、出発だ。
All right, nothing town to fuck all borough.
沈黙への往復旅行
Do
を
you
頼
want
む。
me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
やめるな、歌い続けろ。
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this?
そう、感覚だ。
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert.
助けてくれ。
longing,
俺は首に取り付けられた頭の中に閉じ込められちゃって。
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth.
お
I
前
know
の
it
口から酒の悪臭が立ち上る。
godly headache.
俺は誰なんだ。
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes
地
open.
獄からの先に
It's
出
a
る。
sound.
somehow you know what it is.
なぜお
But
前
no
は
priest
そ
to
の
name a
ことを知
motivator.
っている。目を開ける。すっぽんぽんだぜいきなり。パンツぐらいは履いてるのか。何これ拾えんの？あれ拾えない。こうか。どういうこと？タブキー？あれこれコントローラーじゃない方がいい？もしかして。タブキーってどういうこと？どっちがいいんだろう？マウス操作と。ワスドで移動できる。それでも移動できんな。どっちがいいんだこれ。あ、そうさ。なんだこれ。
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring.
どうしようかな。これ。あ、でもこれでちゃんと見れるわ。
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for like the green shoe that's on that. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it. This person also forced the drinks on you. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
これ、あれだな、マウスの方が操作しやすいかもしれんね。操作方法。 お。どこだこれ。キー割り当て。これじゃねえの？セーブして戻った方がいい？ちょっとメインメニューに戻って、あ、キー割り当てできない。操作法。あった。あ、これ変えらんねえの？あ、変えらんねえな。キーバインドができねえ。まあ、いっか、マウスでやっか。ハイライト。あ、タブでハイライト。ハイライトは右クリ。それでアクション。マップジャーナル。マップジャーナル、インペントリー、キャラクター。T ってなんだ？T は思考、トランス？ポーズメニュー。あ、クイックセーブがある。これ何？ F5 かな？クイックセーブが何？クイックロードはないの？あ、クイックセーブあった。まあ、これでいいか、色は。片手でもできんな。クイックロードは F6 とか？違うな。F9 だ。なるほど。これは？
The window stands broken in its frame. This fan has two chamber switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb.
ネクタイを
A
使う。
truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
42% か。
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain.
あ、体力が減少しちゃった。
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
つまり、相当まずいんだ
Very,
な。
very bad.
意識
This
を
is the
失わないようにする。
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the
いきなり死んだんだけ
passed
ど。
away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer.
ああ、マジでいきなり死んだよ。
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
ファンのチェーンを引く。
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
電気のチェーンを引く。電気のチェーンは引かなくていいんだね。あ、83% になった。
You reach out to grab the tie.
失敗したよ。
But what's this? You feel something in your chest. An unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm. Your jaw.
誰か助けてくれ。
Screaming isn't happening on account of it. All you feel is pain and cop suffers.
また死んだ。難しい。
This fan has two chain pull switches. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
趣味の悪いネクタイ。これは？あ、これはあれだ。あ、これ靴だ。
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink.
届い
With
た
a
洗
fierce
面台の
discharge
上
of
に
masculine
鏡がある。
energy, someone has ripped half the
蛇
faucet
口を
off.
半分ちぎれている。
Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no
あなたは
memory of
突
the
然
face
気
that
づく。
awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
自分の顔一切思い出せない。本当に何も
Really? All recollection of the person you are,
何
the
も
people
思
in
い出
your
せない。
life, and even the world you're in,
鏡を拭
as
く。
you slowly reach your hand towards the abort. You clearly have not thought this through.
内陸帝
You
国。
won't like what you see there, and you will
おやめ
never
ください。軽
unbecome
はずみ
it.
な行動は慎むべきです。見ない方が良さそうだよ。すべて入手。キュールの瓶がある。顔が確かにこんなんなっちゃってる。よし、鏡拭くか。これずっとこうなっちゃってるもんね。一応セーブしてから鏡拭こう。鏡見よう。これじゃねえ、これだ。これがわかるようになるかもしれない。
A mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam. You cannot see yourself, just the outlines of a
これ
man.
あれだ。
You have no memory of the face
マウ
that
スポイン
awaits
ター
you
キャプチ
there,
ャーするようにする
underneath
ね。
the soft vapor.
これか。ファーソロキャプチャーする。これか。OK。で、こうして、これでいいかな。OK。
As you slowly reach your hand towards the abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
構わない。
Behold.
とくと見よ。次に進む。
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
こいつはどっかのスーパースターかな？
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression?
それは
Are
俺
you
がス
trying to
ーパー
make
ス
an
ターだから
expression
だ
with
と思う。
that face? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
断る。これがスーパースターの顔だ。
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
それなりに魅力的だ。
There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
今は鏡を放っておく。お、表情ができた。あとはどうすればいいんだろう。わからん。靴、両方あるでしょ、もう。あ、ねえわ。靴を探せ。言うてももう見れるとこないぜ。どうすりゃいいんだろう。左足。もう片方を探すだけだ。見れないんだよ。ここはあれ、わかんねえ。押せるところがないなぁ。
The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
望むところだ。は？
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. No, it's many years of combined. All you feel is pain, and cop suffers final heart attack.
体力1しかねえの、やっば。体力上げとかないとね。最初からやってもいいな、これ。体力1しかねえの結構積んでんの。
A mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam. As you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
これはアルコール依存症末期のか。
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait,
ただこういう表
is
情
that
な
an
んだ。
expression? Please stop. It's horrible.
わかった。
You're
表情を
scaring
消してみる。
yourself. Oh my god. You can't stop. It's like, what does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
レディを口どころとしない。俺は誰の指図も受け
That's
ない。
right. Not even yourself. Go ahead, try something. It's not an order.
今は鏡を放っておくと。セーブこまめにしとかないとな。一回失敗しただけで死ぬんだけど。これ何これ。はあ。あれどこ行きゃいいんだろう。もう片方のクズを探せ。もう片方の普通
The window stands broken in its frame. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but the morning light hurts your eyes. The morning light hurts.
ここで電気をいじったらあれなんだよな。死んだんだよな。
The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
ああ、やっぱ死んだ。どうすりゃいいのこれ。電気つけないと終わるんだけど。電気つけないといけないのに電気つけらんねえんだ。もういける？いけた。人がおる。
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
こんにちは、オフィサー。
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
28歳以上ではない。
A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
オフィサー？俺は軍人なのか？
No.
ならどうして俺のことオフィサーと呼んだ？
Because you're a police officer,
あなたは
sir.
警察官だからよ。まさにその通り、俺は警官だ。
Okay, cool. I won't.
警戒しなくていいキャラクターになりきってみただけさ。どうして俺が警官だと分かった？
Sir, you've been here for 3 days on official police
その
business,
任
as
務っ
you
ての
put
はなん
it.
だ？
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
あんたは酒飲んでただけでしょ。
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
多分俺は自分のいる場所が分かってない。警官だろうがなんだろうがどうして俺は自分のことを忘れている。正気の人間が俺なんかに放任を任せてるのか？
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
警官なんて誰でもなれるわよ。警官だろうがなんだろうがどうして俺は自分のことを忘
Could
れ
it
て
be
る？
because of the drinking?
お酒のせいじゃない。多分俺は自分のいる場所が分かっていない。
She nods.
女がうなずく。俺が担当している事件は何だ？
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged.
裏には仁王兵がいるの。
The body has been there for a week now.
首を吊られた状態で
The
ね。
locals probably got tired of it and
もう一
called
週
the
間前か
cops.
ら。近所の住民が耐えかねて警察に通報した。ならなぜそのことをすぐに話すの？
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer. もう行かなければ。 Of course. Be careful, officer.
気をつけて
They
ね。
don't like the police around here.
この地域の人間警官嫌ってるから。
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
行く前にいくつか質問に答えてほしい。
Yes.
はい。この地域で警官が嫌われてい
The
る理
dock
由は
workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
ここは正確にはどこなんだ？
You're in a hostel, sir.
ここはホステルよ。違う、俺たちがいるのはどこなんだ？世界のどこだ？
We are in Revachol.
レバショールよ。
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
その場所は俺にとってどんな意味がある？
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
レバショールの当事者？
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
教えてくれ、今は51年か
It's 51.
51年よ。何世紀だ？
The current century?
現世紀ね。それは何世紀のことだ？数字を？
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
いくつの世紀が存在した？
Civilization has existed for
文明は
8,000 years, sir.
8000年も前から存在しているの。何がそんなに面白いん
You're
だ？
right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
君の部屋は俺の部屋からそう離れてないけど、なんか物音を聞いたか？
There was the usual ruckus.
大
Loud
騒ぎが
disco
聞こえ
music.
た。ディスコの音楽が。 客が来て
I
るぞ。
couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
3号室を顎で指す。大音量のディスコ音
Oh,
楽
yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
人生辛いのが
It
当た
would
り前じゃ
appear
ないか。
so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of
何が起こった？
pace. A slow, sad song
ス
started
ローテン
playing,
ポの悲しげな曲が
like
聞こえて
organ
きた。
music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
俺が歌ってたのはこの曲か？
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that.
他に
And
は何
also
が？
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to
その
understand
後
what you
は
were
どうな
saying
った
on
ん
top of it.
だ？
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
誰かに襲われた可能性はないんだな。いかにも俺らしい。誰かに襲われた？
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their roof. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
話を聞いて誇らしい気持ちになった。まだ続きがあると言ってくれ。
There was.
まだある
I
わ。
think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
主人公やばすぎだろ。
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
私が知っているのはそれだけ。わかった、質問は以上だ。
Glad to have been of assistance.
クラシさん優しい。こまめにセーブしとかね、すぐ死ぬからな。こんな顔のやつとよく話す。まだ煙が出ている。これ何これ？何が置いてあるの？これか。ここはいけなかった。靴欲しいんだけど、靴。これ何これ？もう入れる？
The door is closed.
いつだろうな。靴は靴。陶器は使用できない。歌詞カードを置く場所。カラオケマイク。 曲が流れている。
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
人並みの大きさだ。
Exactly. It's measured, level-headed, through a PA system. By other people.
いざその時が来たら何を歌えばいい？
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
楽しげなやつを歌おうと思ってたんだけど。
No, no. Don't sing the happy
い
song.
え、
It's
楽し
stupid.
げな歌など歌って
Sing
は
the
なりま
sad
せん。
song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
思考を終了する。歌うの？どうやって歌うの？てか俺靴がねえんだけど、靴。話すか。
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
不正の点検をしている。
That was disdain in his eyes.
彼の視線は
Even
軽
now
蔑 に
he's
満ちている。
purposely ignoring you.
俺のことが嫌いみたいだな。
Oh no, you're a
いや、
hero.
まさ
A
か。
real hero cop.
あんたはヒーローだよ、ヒーロー。
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
皮肉を言うのやめてくれ。
Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
You're
right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
その期間、俺の姿を見たことは？
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
剥製を見る。
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in
イソラ
right
の発
now.
見を象徴するカモメだ。
Something about it makes you feel bitter.
それはオオトウゾクカモメだろ？
Look, your buddy is over there.
あんたの相棒はそこにいるよ。
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
俺は警官だ。話しかける相手は俺が選ぶ。
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
お前がここのバーテンダーなの
No,
か？
I'm not the bartender. I'm the
いや、
cafeteria manager.
カフェテリアの店長だ。バーテンダーとどう違う？
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here.
俺
Not
3
me.
軒のカフェ
I'm
テリア
only
を経営して
standing
るんだよ。シルビア今どこにい
in.
る？
She just, you know.
彼女はその。
His eyes dart from left to right. This man
ただ彼
isn't
女は。
lying, but he is hiding something.
ただ彼女はなんだ？
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
シルビーのことは忘れてくれ。今目にセーブしないと。曜日だけ書かれてる。なるほど。なんかいるぞ。人がおる。 二人もいる。
Hello, sweetie.
おばあちゃん。こんにちは、ハンサム。
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
あ、こいつが同僚。俺のさ、靴どこ靴どこ靴。あ、こいつ何こいつ。湾岸労働者。寝てる。
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
指がうずいてくる。
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
カラビナについてのプラスティ
It's
ッ
a
クか。
dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
セーブしてからやればいい。あ、違った。一旦立ち去るか。セーブして取るか。よいしょ。
The worker is in a deep sleep. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
手さばき。やれ。
Your fingers find their way into the shackle. Flicking open it, the man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
身分証明書を取る。
You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the
財布の中を
document.
探って、中身
You
を抜
find
き
a
取る。
black paper note with a woman's
Yes, yes,
profile
yes.
on it. You don't really know what this... The sleeping dock worker has little to say. The man does not mind. You probably need them more.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
マグネシウムを使うと気力を回復できる。よしよしよし。成功した。これはラム酒。よし、じゃあ味方。
A bespectacled man in an
Kim.
orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
やる
Looks
か
like he's waiting. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
こいつが
If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way
この
to
男は自
save
分の
you.
命を顧みずにお
You
前
are
を守ろ
sure
う
of
とする。
this, but why?
ちょっと待った、こいつは俺の何なんだ
He is your half-brother.
腹違いな兄弟さ。握手する。
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Prison 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your
自
name.
己紹介を待っている。
This is your chance to come up with a really good name
これ
for
は自分
yourself.
自身に最高の名前をつけ
Get
るチャンスですよ。
creative. Conceptualize.
自分で名前を考案する。
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon,
まだ
but
名乗
mixed
る
with
時
the
じゃない。
stench of liquor rising.
Okay then.
次に
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager
こ
here?
この店長とはもう話したかい
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you
あ
have
いつの
been
ことか
otherwise
カフェ
occupied.
テリアの店長のこ
If
と
you don't
か
mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a
念
rundown
の
of
ため
the
もう一度
area.
聞いておこ
Now
う。
that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back.
一緒
right?
に周辺の状況を説明してもらうか。 現場はここの裏手なんだろ？
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean.
警察が到着したと知れば店長も安心するだろう。ようやく二人揃ったという意味だけど。聞き込みの準備はできたかい？ああ、準備はできている。いや、そうとも警察だ。
Right. And the interviews?
準備はできてる。
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
遺体は木から下ろしたのかい？ああ、いや、まだ。
So, the body
ま
is
だ木にぶら下がっ
still
て
in
る？
the tree.
はい。
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
木から下ろしといてよ。
Where it has been hanging for 7
7
days
日間も吊る
straight.
されてるってわけ
We
か。
should go there as soon as we are done talking
す
to
ぐ
the
に現
owner.
場に行かなくては。なら、やるとするか。
After you, officer.
先導してくれ、捜査官。
If you're about to
仲間になった。
embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
だって俺は身分証か何か持ってなくていいのか？
You mean you don't have a badge?
まさか身分証を持ってないのか？目が覚めた時にはなかった。
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing.
遺体を下ろす
I
のは先
advise you
決
to
だ。
try to locate it as
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
木警部補が、おお、仲間になった。じゃあ遺体を下ろしに行くか。ここかな？でも俺靴が欲しいんだけど。靴どこよ？もう片方の靴は？西曲の入ったテープ入れろ。バッジの紛失を報告しよう。なんか、クエストクリアしてえな。なんかねえのかな。何これ。まあいいか。ここね。靴ねえの靴。もっとパッパッパーって走れない。何これ。
An old call box with a matrix of push
電話ボックス
buttons
だ。
lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
会社の名前も記されている。白紙のカードだ。
This button looks new, but someone has removed.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
メイトメインホー
An
ル。
off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
うちらは警察だ。ドアを開けてくれ。
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
あれ全部聞いて回るのもなんかめんどくせえな。チャッチャッチャーってやりたいな。立ち去る。風呂があれば広げるのに。靴ない？靴それよりも。
This Postlavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer
Fuck you,郵便箱。
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Levantorie mail collection box. It's
マジでは
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm. Yeah, screaming isn't happening on a all you feel is pain and weakness. You have to. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased.
どっから外出る前か。なんだよ、郵便箱蹴っただけで終わっちまうよ、このゲーム。撫でてあげよう、じゃあ今度は。いい子だ、郵便箱ちゃん。郵便箱は嬉しそうだ。豚はそう食え。
Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore and best set mailbox also.
わかるぞ。郵便箱。俺も同じだった。
The mail collection box seemed cathartic. Thankfully even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
立ち去る。マジでこまめにセーブしとかないと死ぬ。こっちだこっち。とりあえず事件現場に行かねえと話になる。なんだガキがいるぞ。うわぁ首吊りしたい。これか。
Kuno's got this.
やってやる。食うのがやってやる。次に。
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
まるでグレムリンだ。
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno.
すげえ。ど真ん中だ。フェンスの向こうから別の子供が。坊主、ちょっといいか、警察のものだ。
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
無視している。分からせてやるしかないようだな。
Lob it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
俺の担当現場でそういう悪態をつくな。行儀が悪いぞ。
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong.
クソが強くなるか。いい表現だな。
Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
何がジューシーだって
I mean drugs.
ハ
The
ーブ
kid's
だ
on
よ。
drugs.
この小僧はハーブを決めてる。
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno!
熊手だ、クーノ。
You should throw the rake at him,
あ
Kuno!
いつ、熊手を投げるんだ、クーノ。
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
キムどうしよう。
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
エネルギ
You
ーっ
will
て
see.
今にわかる。
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
頼むよ、いくつか質問したいだけだよ。
Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
お前たちはよくこの庭で遊ぶのか
Right, pig. This
So
is
that-
where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
今は他の話を
Yeah,
しよう。
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
お前は何を知ってるこの死体について。
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
キム助けてくれ、俺たちは何を知りたい
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual.
キム優秀だぞ。
Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
こいつが誰か知ってるか
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
それじゃあ誰かは知らないんだな。
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone.
それがどうやってあそこに連れされたか知ってるか
Probably climbed.
登ったんじゃ
Kuno
ねえ
was
のか
busy down the road when that shit went down.
ならお前吊るしを見てないのか
You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol.
そう
Kuno
か
wasn't regional.
ならどこに行ってたん
I
だ
don't know. Some fucking Mesk or
メスク
I don't know.
Night
Some
City.
other place. Night City.
There is no night city anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
わかった。それで死体のことだ
Yeah.
わ。
Kuno didn't smoke him if that's what you mean.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one
こ
name
の周辺で
you can now
怪し
cross
いもの
off
を
the
見なかった
list.
か
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious
お
to
前らのこ
Kuno.
とだ。やっぱりな。
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Looks like you're a
どうやら
fagari
お前は
now,
ファガリらしい
whatever
な。
that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
今は別の話
You're
をしよう。
testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
現場についてさらに質問
Yeah?
が。
The kingdom of Kuno? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
聞きたいってのはクーノってのは誰だ
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
それじゃあお前自分のことを三人称で呼ぶの
The
か
fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
俺は何もしてないだろ。俺はもう行くよ。
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy. Before.
Bye! Got fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
ダメージ受けた。ムカつくな、こいつ。お、これ何これ。
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
正確な数を把握する。
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
8人分のブーツ。一つずつ確認していく。
Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46.
シールで補強した。サイズは46。
2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44.
44。
3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
さらに確認する。
5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right...
How many?
4億人だ。8人だ。
That was pretty off then. I counted 20.
同じ人間たちがかなり歩き回ってる。
I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
普通と違う足跡があったか？底の浅いブーツ、足跡。サイズ41のブーツだ。
A woman or a kid?
足跡からそれを知る方法はない。
Understood. Anything else?
重量級のやつが200キロの人間の足跡だ。
200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built...
それはあり得る。
He might be right.
彼の推測が正しいだろう。単純に200キロの人間というのは考える。被害者を運んでいたんだ。
Possibly.
可能性は高い。
But why?
だがなぜ担ぐ必要がある？あんたは疑問に思ってるだろう。なぜ担いで運ぶ必要があったかと。
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
多分被害者は意識を失っていた。
Even easier to
それ
carry
な
on
ら
a
単価は
stretcher
2人から運
or
んで
between
楽に。
two men. Anyway, it's for future
他に気づいた点
consideration.
は、
What else can you see?
片方の靴がすり減ってる。
Interesting. Let's name it the
変わった
also.
靴のことを呼ぼう。こいつはどんなやつだと思う？
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
ドラマー？
A drummer only uses the right foot for the kick drum. You're right, it's stupid.
へえ。
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
納得したよ。
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect.
ああ、念のためにな。
Seems prudent, no?
この足跡がつけられたのはどれくらい前のことだった
A
の？
week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
ありえなくはない。
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state.
サブゼロっつってた。
The commotion here could have taken place a week
この場
ago.
で騒ぎが起きたの1週間前である可能性が高い。あんたはここで何が起こったと思う？
What do I think? A mob of people brought something
俺
heavy
の
to
考
the
え
tree.
か。
One of them was
群衆が
carrying
何
the
か重いも
victim.
のを木の上で運
They
んだ。
shuffled
そのうち
around,
一人は
especially under the tree.
被害者を担いでいた。かなり歩き回ったようで、特に木の周りは足跡に集中している。
Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first
リン
glance,
チが
this
行わ
appears
れ
to
た。
be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so
彼
well.
らは被害者をご一緒にし、その様子を眺め
Hoisted
た。
him
悪性だな。
Watched him hang. The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to
彼
himself.
は何かを考えている。
Either way. What else?
他には何かないか？足跡はもう十分に検証した。ふう。俺の靴は？すべて入手。とりあえず下に。
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
視線を下に動かす。
A cargo belt twists his neck at an
コンテ
unnatural
ナの
angle.
ベルト。
The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
「なんでこんなに匂う？」鼻から手を離すってすごいな。
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
吐いてもいいんだぞ。
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
オリコンケロ吐くぞ。背を向ける。お前はなんで大丈夫なの？
Fuck does Kuno care?
死体についてま
The
た話し
fuck
たい。
about it?
特にないな。
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost!
わかった、もう行くよ。
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
これは？あ、ここにクソガキがいるな。
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Whirling in rags.
There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
お前はただの廃棄物入れだ。
Just a trash container. There is no such thing.
そんなものはこの世に存在しない。
Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
警部補、中に何が入ってると思う？
Trash, food waste from the
ゴミじゃない
cafeteria.
か？
They
カフェ
lock
テリ
these
アの残
containers
飯
to
とか。
keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
なら今すぐ開けよ
Mm-hmm.
う。どうやって鍵を開ける？
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
もしくは、んだ？
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
店長に鍵を借りるか。なるほど。
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
よし。
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
こいつ女かよ。
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me
い
in.
くつか聞きたいこと
I'm
があ
going
る。
away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
そこのお前、エースの向こうにいる
You
や
don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
まあいいや、カフェテリアとかやらってみるか。ちょっと待って、こっちかな。何これ。うわ。
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
これはなんだ？
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted.
これ失敗しそうだな。42%。これは？ちょっと待て。まあ一応こいつとも話すか。
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
何か用なの？あんたに聞きたいことがある。
Of course. What can I help you with?
あんた何者なんだ？
I am
ただ
just
の
a
庭師だ
gardener.
よ。そうか、ここで何をしてるの？
I am working.
作業中よ。何の作
I
業？
have a greenhouse in the yard there.
仕事をしようとして
I've
た
been
んだ
trying to
よ。
get some work done.
けど、
Well, as
木
you
から下がぶら
probably
下がってる
know,
の。
there's a
臭くて。
corpse hanging from a tree there.
だからここで休憩
It
する
smells
しか
pretty
ない。
bad.
あ、なるほど、ね。
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Mhm.
助かる。
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
道を教え
Of
てほしい。
course. Where to?
ありがとうよ。
No problem.
もう行かなければ。
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
あともう一つ手袋貸してくんない？
Sure. Keep
いい
them.
わ、あげる。
I have another pair.
ありがとうよ。おーい、そこのあれくれよ。 鍵くれ、鍵。
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
あなたはこの店の経営者？
Yes.
ああ。
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an
Kitsuragi です。
inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
どんな名前にしようか迷ってる。
Fantastic.
最高だな。この場は譲る
Right.
か。
Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body.
通報した
It
のはあな
was
たで
you
す
who
ね。
placed the call, yes?
No, I only
Yeah.
just got here. It was
通報したの
probably
は多分
Sylvie
シルビ
who
ーだ。
called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
その女性の電話番号は？
As a matter of fact, I do.
実を言うと知っている。シルビーね。
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
以前はどちらに？この地域のお住まいで？
What, of Martinez?
Yeah.
No, I live in Jamrock.
マルティネーズに住んで
I
ない。
only sometimes come here to
ジ
keep
ャム
an
ロ
eye
ック
on
に
the
ある。
place.
俺は
This
時
is
々
just
ここ
one
に
of
来て
the
店を監
many,
督してる。
many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need
地域の案内
directions.
をお願いするかもしれない。
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not
I didn't imply that. Detective,
警部補？
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
ああ、いや、俺は大
the
丈夫
body
だ。
was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a...
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
あんたには130リアルあった。そう。リーター1万払ってたまるか。
Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit. You owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
俺には恐喝に聞こえ
You
た。
know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
お前を逮捕する。
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
分かった、お前を逮捕する。その金っての
What
は
are
一体
you,
何なんだ？
brain damaged?
いや、自分のお金の
Money
状
is
況。
what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for
どうして
everything.
金が必要なんだ？
Survival to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
この金はあなたの。
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
俺はどうなるん
I'm
だ？
sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, Maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
どうにかやってみるよ。
I'm sorry I couldn't help more.
Good luck.
お前に金は払わん。
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank. And
俺に
this,
家があるの
but
か。
you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before?
遠くかな。
In time or space?
両方。
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
ゴミ収集ボックスの中に。
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Can I help you?
裏庭にある灰ゴミ箱トラッシュはあんたのものか？
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
ワーリングインラグズの所有物だ。
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container?
なぜトラッシュに鍵がかかってる？
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
この感じは何なん
Prod
だ？
at him and find out.
はい、鍵が必要だ。
What do you need them for?
何のために？
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
協力をしてほしい。
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
必ず返すよ。ところで、ここでカラオケを歌おうと思うんだけど、
Absolutely out.
完全に論外だ。
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then your body is ready, sire.
歌いたいんだけど。何これ。よし、書いて。しかしこれ移動もちょっと早くなんねえかな。スタタタターって歩けねえのかな。これだ。
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says Whirling in Rags. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you
いけません。
shouldn't.
開けるべきではない気がします。
Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster for extra
今
content.
中に何かあるという予感がしなかった
There
か。
is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your
蓋を開け
brow.
る。
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see, milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just
all right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked.
What's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and nothing. It's nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes written in a man.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Understood.
了解だ。お宝を求めて掘り起こす。
Wow, an armistice caliber 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
ノックガンだ。
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as it, and is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're told that's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man.
You've acquired an interactable item.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. You said you didn't want to talk about the ledger. However, now that you have it back, it would not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Officially.
インペントリー。何それ。
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
読み取ってみるか。
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to earn some change by...
なんだ、記録簿。
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board. There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it? It's a metaphor. Thank you, waterlogged ledger. Below the pathetics? Terror.
トイレットペ
Do
ーパーを
not.
調べる。
It's just toilet paper. Stick into the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
紙を剥がす。
Still wet. The toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, an aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling and iridescent.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to our CM property.
面白い。どんな情報を入れてるんだ？
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
どうすれば判決で判断
Any
できる？
capable light with the right wavelength will do.
例えば
All our CM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
なるほど。
This means you can read the
ありが
watermarks.
と
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers
白い
sag
紙を
from,
拾い
they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight, and once in a while there's a red stamp that exclaims, Case file, work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
週に2件をさばいていたのか。上出来かな、警部補。
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction, arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on
俺の
dozens
事
of
件には何らかの
investigations.
命名
You
法が
mean
採
the
用されている
alphanumeric?
らしい。
Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
いや、数字ではない。タイトルを
Oh,
使って
you
る。
mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense,
なぜ？
it's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial case.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid, once all the tasks are accomplished, the case. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's up. The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead. The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
僕は怒ってるぞ。事件を、この一品を作って事件を記録する。
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition
もし
of
かしてこの事件
reality.
には名前をつけてあるのか？
No, actually. Any
実は
ideas?
まだだ。いい案はあるか。潰された歌。激しい怒りは鏡の中に安らぐ。沈みゆく太陽。 棒についたクソだ。どうしようかな。激しい怒りは鏡の中に安らぐだ。
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic?
市場を抑えられないか。
Just a normal case name.
至って普通の事件名にしたいんだ。
What would that be?
Yes, yes. You know what that
沈み
normal
ゆく
name
太
is.
陽だ。
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do. Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete?
ありふれたもの。
Usual is boring.
棒についたクソだ。
Ah, yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think... Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
事件を閉じる。あ、スキルポイントやっ
You
と獲
don't
得した。
exactly close them. So much as distance yourself from the sun.
黄色い
In
影
the
が
back,
広い。
you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 200, but they appear pleasantly. These are quite sinister in turn. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. Yes, all that remains now is to fill. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Permeables. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see with your hands. You four-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The two sides of the board appear. The slides snap back into place. It should, without resistance or sound. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets omit X. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling. It smells of chewing gum. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letter. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a... Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
だがこれを言えば俺を喜ぶのだろう。
A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the car. Frisson covers your entire body, a feeling of cold. Your hands shake, holding on to it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. You, every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
There is nothing.
どういうこと 初めから始まっちゃったよ。またやり直しこれ。うわ、これひどいな。相当戻されたわ。
The trash container stands in the smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
あれでもない。これは見たのか。蓋を閉める。
The container sounds a muffled gong.
あ、これか。これを見て、違うな。これか。あれ？あ、大丈夫だった。あれ、でも手袋装備してねえわ。あ、これか。インタ
It's
ラ
the
クト
letter
す
you
るんだ
found
な。
in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow. There's a piece of toilet. It's a metaphor. Thank you, waterlogged. Below the pathetics, it's just toilet paper. Still wet. The toilet paper peels off. An aluminium block runs the width. The surface is interrupted by a...
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. Any capable light with the right wavelength. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen.
This means you can read the watermark.
It depends. Aside from...
Maybe yours. How many years you've...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden paper. They're not exactly... Once in a while, there's work, strife. It's the middle of March.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. I prefer a normal caseload. It's
like a fan of girls, the checkered paper. Yes, it appears a title, one might say even. One that arson, petty theft, spousal...
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct? Oh, you mean the titular? It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM. Right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea.
There is, for precise... Once all the tasks are... Sadly, the ledger only comes with an... The lieutenant looks at. He is not really saying...
Nor did I give this to you.
The tasks you've completed flow out. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafe. It's not exactly poetry. A satisfying slash. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry. Things to be done, and things already...
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's... I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them. So, in the back, you then rip them from 3. The topmost, you don't have to be an intellectual, a monetary penal, but they appear. These are quite simple. A dozen pages of thin copy. Yes, all that remains. The rest of the stinking cellulose. It's made of dark blue. Blue. The blue heart. Don't. Something rattles. Permeables. The plastic shimmers like... With your hands. You 4-sized pages hang from the clip. The 2 sides. The slides snap back into place. It's without resistance. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. It smells of a touch of cinnamon. Familiar handwriting. A young woman in her... Harry, it begins. Throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raise... Just like that, the wind carries the keepsake away from you to the southwest. The pale violet dot disappears. The Ledger of Oblivion-induced mental health.
The Ledger of Oblivion is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your hand for skill bonuses. Find it.
あ、本当だ。装備できる。おお、右手に装備できた。はあ。こまめにセーブしとかねえと。マジで。
Fuck does Kuno care?
わかった。
Kuno doesn't fuck.
あ、そうだ。スキル覚えてんだよな。これか？これか、スキルパネル。スキルポイント。あれ、どうやって上げられるんだ？あ、そういうことか。情報。耐久力が上がる。これじゃあ持っく？レベルアップ。投げとくか。あ、レベルアップできねえか。あ、これで終わりだが。なんかここら辺上がってんな。どういうことだろう。よし。あとは、メモ。何するの？もう片方の靴ってどこだこれ。 これ終わったんじゃねえの？まだか。被害者の句について食うの。ガルテ。ヘッドライト。なるほど。じゃあ食う。まあ、ちょっと待って、これももうちょっと調べるか。
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
あれ、もう無理だ。じゃあ衣服について聞くか。
Fuck does Kuno care?
死体についてまた話したい。こいつは誰か知ってるか？
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
生きてる時の
Kuno
話だよ。
knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all.
どうやってここに
Probably
連れされ
climbed.
た？
You heard Kuno. I don't know. Some fucking mess or I don't know.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds
ナイ
like
トシティなんて
Why
ねえ
you
だろ。
gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You wanna know where Kuno was?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
it's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important,
Just a couple of pigs
Yeah, you tell the
looks like you're a fagari now.
probably climbed. You heard Kuno. I don't know. Some fucking mess or
There is no Night City.
Kuno gives this info.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name.
You're testing Kuno's.
Get lost.
これは無理だよな。ブルノースと話すか。
Kuno doesn't fucking.
何か。ああ。
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
いい子だから俺と話そうわ。
Murder was the case they gave me. I'll die before I squeal, pig.
はい、こさ。
What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done.
I'll die before I squeal. I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with.
You can still see the top of her hat.
どういうこっちゃ。
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno
クー
doesn't
ノースと
fucking.
話してねえな。
I'll die before I squeal.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
これなんだろうな。あ、これなら速攻ダッシュできるじゃん。なんだよ。どうやったらダッシュできるんだこれ。ああ、ダブルクリックでダッシュか。移動だけはこれでいいんじゃねえか。
Can I help you?
鍵を返すよ。
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
衣服を見つけた。
How strange. I
捨てたのは
certainly
俺
didn't
じゃ
put
ね
them
え
there.
ぞ。店のスタッフの誰かが捨てたんじゃないのか。
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff.
他に
None
廃
of
棄
us
物の
would
鍵
tamper
を
with the crime scene.
鍵を持ってる人
The
間は
trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would
CS
put anything in the
Municipal
trash,
だ。
though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
情報ありがとうございます。助かって別の話題に移ってもいいかな。
Yes.
あるものを発見したぞ。
Thing.
組合員専用とか言っ
Yes,
た。
not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here in the evenings, dumb, unruly.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead.
よくわかんな
I
いな。
don't. I'm simply providing
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means we don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying
なんで入
they'll
っちゃいけないんだ？
come after.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
俺には捜査令状があ
No,
る。
you don't.
信じた方が身のためだぞ。
Fucker. Lay off the swear words. They don't make you cool. This isn't. Besides, the RCM doesn't do search warrants. I know the law. You'll just have to wait for the kitchen to open.
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours. No, Sambo is an acronym for Samaran boxing. Great.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything
また
Another
別のものを
thing.
発見した。
Great. I love.
他に聞きたい
Yes.
ことが、じゃあな。まあ今日はちょっと、終わりにしようかな。結構このゲーム疲れるわ。やっぱり。日本語の音声だったらやりやすいんだけど、英語音声だからね、フルボイスがいいな。じゃあ、配信の方は終了します。